You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this President's Day for WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. A 50-vehicle pileup shut down a stretch of Interstate 81 for nearly 6 hours Saturday afternoon in Schuylkill County. The multi-vehicle crash happened just after 1 p.m. along I-81 northbound at mile marker 139.2 near the McAdoo-Tamaqua exit during a snow squall that quickly moved across the area. State police say the weather caused near zero visibility for just a few minutes, but led to the chain reaction involving 3 commercial and 10 passenger vehicles, and 4 people sustaining non-life-threatening injuries. 4 more crashes occurred in the back end of the pileup, with 1 person reporting an injury. The northbound lanes were closed until about 7 Saturday evening while crews cleared the scene. State police in Frackville are conducting 5 investigations into the pileup. The driver of a tri-axle dump truck hauling coal that crashed along I-81 Thursday morning was cited for speeding. The crash occurred just after 9 Thursday morning along I-81 southbound near mile marker 139.4 and the Schuylkill-Luzerne County line. A state police investigation found that the driver, 26-year-old Alexia Weary of Cole Township, was attempting to negotiate a left curve at a speed too fast for her haul when the vehicle overturned into the median and spilled its contents across both southbound lanes. The area was closed for approximately 2.5 hours while the scene was cleared. Weary was not injured in the crash and was able to get out on her own, but was later cited for speeding. Police in Plains Township are investigating a recent string of vehicle thefts that occurred this morning. Numerous vehicles in the Hudson section of Plains Township were entered during the early morning hours, and items were removed from them. Video surveillance from a residence captured 2 suspects attempting to open a car door, but it was locked. Anyone with information regarding this morning's thefts or that may be able to identify the subjects shown in the video is being asked to contact Plains Township Police by calling 570-829-3432 or by dialing 911. A Wright Township woman filed suit last week against the city of Wilkes-Barre and a prospective hotel developer. 80-year-old Barbara Coffey alleges that the city repeatedly tried condemning her property at 67 South Main Street to make way for a multi-million-dollar hotel and conference center downtown. The suit targets the project developer, Sphere International of Flemington, New Jersey, the demolisher, Empire Building Diagnostics of Depew, New York, and the city of Wilkes-Barre. According to the suit, an estimated $500,000 in damage was caused by negligently demolishing part of the former Place One at the Hollywood in the historic Angle building that's connected to her property. Estimates to repair the damage alone ranged as high as $500,000. Another Republican officially announced their candidacy for the 116th Legislative District of the Pennsylvania House of Representatives. 25-year-old Nico Makuta announced his run for state rep as a Republican in the redrawn 116th Legislative District. Makuta is a lifelong resident of McAdoo, graduated from Hazleton Area High School and East Stroudsburg University. He then returned home and took a production job at Silverline Manufacturing, where he worked his way up to Quality Assurance Supervisor. Now, helping blue-collar workers move up is central to his campaign. Makuta is running against Republican candidates former McAdoo Mayor Dane Watrow, West Hazleton Mayor John Chura, and Gary Perna Jr. No Democrats have announced their candidacy for the May 17th primary at this time. Now over to the 119th district, where another Republican candidate is seeking nomination. 20-year-old cybersecurity entrepreneur and Plymouth Borough Councilman Alec Rinkavage announced his run for the Republican nomination as state representative in the 119th district. The founder of local cybersecurity tech startup Offprim will be the youngest to campaign for the post, being vacated by State Representative Gerald Mullery, who recently announced he won't be seeking re-election. As a 3-year councilman, Rinkavich said he has increased transparency and accountability while consistently voting against tax hikes and spending. He was also on the COVID-19 crisis management team to help move Luzerne County out of lockdown and is a member of the County Manager Search Committee. An investigation is underway into thousands of dollars worth of damage to a McDonald's drive-thru in Schuylkill County back on February 2nd. The incident happened between 10:30 and 11 that night at a McDonald's drive-thru in North Manheim Township near Schuylkill Haven, where a man approached the drive-thru on foot asking for free food. He then proceeded to walk back to the drive-thru area where the menus were, pick up a rock, and threw it at the menu. State police at Schuylkill Haven say that the incident caused nearly $30,000 worth of damage. The man's being described as a white Hispanic male wearing eyeglasses with a coat and a blue hooded sweatshirt. Rising oil prices are the driving factor for the continuous rising gas prices that are causing frustration at the pumps. Pennsylvania's average went up 5 cents last week to $3.72 per gallon, which is 87 cents higher than last year. The average in the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area currently sits at $3.74. According to AAA, gas prices have not been this high since 2014. The 2022 Winter Olympics came to a close on Sunday in Beijing after 16 days of competition. Norway not only broke the record for most gold medals at a single Olympics with 16, but also defeated the Russian Olympic Committee's total medal count of 32 with 37. Germany followed in third with 27, then Canada at fourth with 26, and the U.S. at fifth with 25. With the thousands of people visiting the COVID-19 contained bubble since January 23rd, only 463 positive tests were produced. 15-year-old Russian figure skater Kamila Lavieva tested positive for a banned heart medication after winning gold, but being that she's a minor, her protected status allowed for her to compete. Meanwhile, American snowboarder Shaun White's Olympic career came to a close after placing fourth in the halfpipe during his 5th Winter Games appearance. Sunday's ceremony ended with Beijing handing off to Milan, where the 2026 Winter Games will be held. Coming up on Wyln News, free workshops at the Launch Box, plus a week-long job fair with the Iron Pigs. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Gio, and I'm 3 years old. The weather is going to be tomorrow rainy, so get your umbrella. Bye.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years. S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Registration is now open for 2 of the Hazelton Launchbox's signature no-cost programs for entrepreneurs. The Idea Design Lab will be held via Zoom this Wednesday, February 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. The session is used to guide aspiring entrepreneurs in developing and sharpening business ideas and identifying the next steps in the startup process. For the Idea Test Lab, 3 sessions will be held via Zoom on Tuesdays starting March 29th through April 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. This next round will teach entrepreneurs a better understanding of customer problems and solutions and identifying the value that only they can provide. Participants will receive information on how to join the Zoom sessions after calling 570-450-3135 to register. Big Brothers Big Sisters of NEPA will hold their 36th annual telethon virtually. The event was originally set to take place this Sunday, February 27th, but has since been postponed to Sunday, March 27th, and will be the second time holding it virtually. It'll be televised on Blue Ridge Cable Channel 13 and YouTube from 4 to 8 p.m. This year's theme is Big Drive to the Finish, and the organization's asking for the public's help to continue their mission. Every donation goes toward BBBS of NEPA, and proceeds from this year's telethon will stay in Monroe County to support youth mentoring programs. Donations are being accepted online through beabigmonroe.com or by calling 570-228-2303. For every $50 donated, donors will be entered into a raffle to win a $100 basket of gift cards. The Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs are set to host a week-long job fair at Coca-Cola Park. The job fair will run from Monday, February 28th through Friday, March 4th from 4 to 6 p.m., with interviews being held both in person or via Zoom. The Iron Pigs are searching for hard-working, baseball-loving, customer service-oriented individuals to join the team for another season. Departments for potential candidates include food and beverage, ticketing, housekeeping, ushers, grounds crew, and more. There are also opportunities to work indoor, outdoor, and part-time, as employees will be working the 75 home games and other special events taking place at the ballpark from April to September. Those who are interested can apply at any time and must provide a resume at the time of the interview. Applications can be found by heading over to ironpigsbaseball.com. Coming up on Japan's News Choice, we pay a visit to Heritage Hill and Community in You. Plus, who's leading the way again this week? Stay with us and find out.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 570-454-7229.
Follow us on our weekly journeys through the backstories of those paving NEPA toward a better future.
Each night we'll dig a little deeper into the lives and goals of our local leaders. So stay tuned for the end of our news as we learn more of those leading the way.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Membership opportunities are now available at the Valley Country Club, 79 Country Club Lane in Sugarloaf. Clubhouse upgrades are in progress and will be ready for the spring. Call Frank Radis for details at 570-233-5328.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Welcome to Community and You here on WYLN. I'm Julia Wiegand, and today we are on location at Heritage Hill Senior Community with Rachel Tim, who's the marketing director here. First of all, how are you doing, Rachel?
I'm having a great day. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. So today, Rachel's here to talk with us about how Heritage Hill was just awarded the 2022 Best of Senior Living Award. Now, Rachel, what does the award mean, and what does this also mean for Heritage Hill?
So the Best of Senior Living Award was awarded by A Place for Mom, and it means that they rank us as one of the top 2 to 3% of senior care providers among the United States and Canada, which is really just a huge honor.
Now, with that, how are recipients for the award chosen?
So it's really based off of reviews that are written and submitted by seniors and their families. So it could be our residents or resident families, visitors to our community, and they rate us on a scale of 1 to 5. So the star rating they'd have to give us we had to have a minimum of 10 reviews between November 2020 and December 2021, and our star rating average for those reviews had to be at least 4.5 stars or higher.
And I'm assuming Heritage Hill was all the way up there, so what did Heritage Hill rank?
Yes, we're just about a 5-star rating, thank you.
Which is incredible. Mm-hmm. And so I guess let's dive into that. What does Heritage Hill Senior Community have to offer to not only the Weatherly area, but to the surrounding areas as well?
So we're a personal care and a memory care community. So we're here to provide a really amazing quality of life who residents maybe need some personal care assistance or need memory care support for Alzheimer's and dementia. And our goal is to have really happy, well cared for residents in a really comfortable home-like environment where they're having truly the best quality of life possible. You know, we have really amazing caregivers on staff, and I think something that's really unique about our community is that we have 2 RNs on staff here. So our executive director is a registered nurse as well as our resident care director. And we also have 2 LPNs, April and Miranda. So we have a really solid team of nurses, and then the support team that surrounds those nurses to make sure that the residents are getting the best quality of care. The residents and their family members are really happy to write these reviews for us because they're so happy with the care that their loved one is receiving here. You know, a lot of times they were struggling at home. You know, they were struggling at home and they were lonely at home because they weren't getting the socialization that they get here or the support that they would get here. And they come and move into the community and they truly blossom. And that's what we want to see. We want to see them truly, blossom and just do extremely well.
Let's talk about some upcoming events on the calendar.
Okay, so we are hosting Jesse Dameron, the Mentalist. So we've had him here before. He really does an amazing show. He is essentially a mentalist, so he does mind reading tricks. So he's not your traditional magician, but his show is a lot of fun. He will definitely surprise you. And that is going to be Tuesday, March 15th at 2 o'clock right here at Heritage Hill. We are hosting this event in person, so if you would like to attend, we ask that you RSVP, and you can RSVP to me at 570-427-4500.
Awesome. Now, what's the big takeaway, the big message that you want our viewers and our audience to grasp about Heritage Hill, know about Heritage Hill, and really take home about Heritage Hill?
We truly care. Every staff member of our care team here, they're here for a reason. This isn't just a job; it's a calling, and we're truly here because we care about the residents. And once you move to Heritage Hill, you become part of our family.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel, for squeezing us in today to talk about Heritage Hill.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And thank you, everybody watching out there. Remember, Heritage Hill Senior Community 2022 Best of Senior Living. They are located at 800 6th Street in Weatherly. So if you would like to find out more information about the facility, head on over to their website or just call the number that's been flashing up on your screen the entire segment. So that's it for Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Call 570-454-7571.
What's on TV? Plenty. WYLN TV 35, the best in local programming.
Moore & Associates, accountants and advisors located at 751 North Church Street in Hazleton. Contact them for all your individual and business tax and accounting needs. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Dr. Anthony Valence leading the way again to kick off this week's series.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leading the Way, where we explore the backstories of those paving NEPA towards a better future. This week, we're joined by Chief Medical Officer for Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, Dr. Anthony Wyln. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So let's start off where we always begin, the beginning. Tell us a little bit about growing up, what your early childhood was like, and what kind of started off this career path.
Okay, well, I grew up in Hazleton, as you already know. I grew up on Carson Street and did the usual things that kids do in town. It was a great place to grow up. Hazleton was a really nice, quiet town, very neighborly. I grew up in a real residential, just neighborhood type of an area. Went right through school here and played a lot of sports when I was a kid. Obviously, we played it was big three: football, baseball, basketball. As I got older and didn't grow as much, I limited it mostly to basketball and baseball. But just had a good time growing up and doing the things that kids do.
Yeah.
Graduated and then went to college from there.
And tell us about the, we're going to get into more of getting into the medical profession, but before that, and we had a prior discussion to this, what you originally went to college for and what kind of led you towards that path.
Oh, sure. Well, I went to Bloomsburg. I graduated from Bloomsburg with a degree in elementary education, and I actually taught school for 5 years in Elizabethtown, which is in between Lancaster and Harrisburg. My whole family were educators. My dad, my sister, my uncles, a bunch of cousins. So I grew up, in a house that basically talked education and talked about, kids and that type of thing at the dinner table. So that got me interested in that path, and that's eventually, where I wound up, going to college and thereafter.
All right, and we'll get into how that led to the medical career later on. So check back tomorrow night as Dr. Wyln continues leading the way into part 2 of this week's segment. Good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.